When the opening lead comes up and your dummy is faced, the first thing you want to do is review the auction, believe it or not. Review the auction. Note particularly passes by the opponent. There are usually clues in those passes, and then interpret the opening lead, right? Before you even look at dummy, do these kinds of things. Review the auction, interpret the opening lead, and then look at the dummy. Now, first task at hand is to determine which hand you're going to count your losers. Are you going to count losers in the declarer's hand, or are you going to count losers in the dummy's hand? Now, once you identify one of those hands, either the declarer or the dummy, that becomes the master hand. And the hand opposite the master hand is going to become the cover card hand. Okay, so everybody has a title. To choose that master hand. Now we're going to run through this checklist. We're going to have lots of examples in this morning's class. We're going to practice applying these techniques. First thing you look for, if you have one hand that has a longer trump holding than the other, then you're going to choose that hand. Okay, that's easy. Usually that's the declarer's hand. Although, if you have a Jacobi transfer sequence or a Texas transfer sequence, the long trump hand transfers to the dummy, and the dummy actually becomes the master hand. So you can't just say, oh, well, I'm going to count my losers from my hand, right? No, it's not my hand, it's the master hand. And we need to first determine, is the master hand going to be declarer's hand, or is the master hand going to be the dummy? If you have equal length, so like in a 4-4 fit or 5-5 fit, or equal length between the declarer's hand and the dummy, the first option is to make the stronger trump suit as the master hand. Now let's talk about the logic behind that. The idea of the master hand, let me write over here, master hand opposite the cover card hand, is that the master hand, we're going to count our losers, and we're going to identify our working suits, and we're going to identify the technique. And occasionally a technique, one of our common techniques in a suit contract is that we are trumping to eliminate that loser. And we would rather be trumping with our weaker trumps rather than our stronger trumps. So we want to, if we have equal length in the two hands in the trump suit, choose the stronger trump suit. And that again could be the dummy. And count the losers from that hand so that you can use the trumps in the cover card hand to eliminate the losers, right? Use the stronger trump hand to pull the trump and the weaker trump hand to eliminate the losers in the master hand.